again with a unique choice. Now, this came up when we were doing the Big Shuffle, though I believe this one came up less than the one we will potentially be following it up with, if we get through it, which will be the Game Boy Advance game that came after this. Audio balancing should all be good. Do let me know if there's any oddities anyone detects with the microphone audio. I did 3 or 4 different mic checks, and everything came up good on my end, but you never know. But yeah, this is the Super Nintendo Inspector Gadget game. Now, I never hear about this one, so I have a bad feeling that this isn't any good. But I figure, you know what? I'm in a weird mood today. Let's do something weird. So we're going with that. As usual, Penny is being chased. Okay. I figured it did, but I throw the caveat just as the extra layer of safety when anything changes. There's the arm of Dr. Claw at the edge of the screen there. All we will ever see of him. Oh no, bad things are happening. Gotta set up the plot somehow. And why they had the letter text behind the giant yellow help is beyond me. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And the chief, as usual, appearing out of random places to give Gadget his orders. Hey, that thing we already knew about. Okay. She's in an haunted English castle. That, you know what, that checks out as well. No problems here. Yeah, of course, gotta go rescue her. And, as is tradition, this message will self-destruct. There you go. That's yours. Now, it's worth noting, I have only played the very beginning of this stage and nothing else of this game. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone else play it. So, we might be in for one here. We might be in for it. Shoulder buttons alternate between your gadgets. You have to pick them up in order to be able to use any of them. Note the fact that we got more of those plunger arrows, but they don't actually use ammo. What that does is it allows you to have multiple of them out at a time, as far as I can tell from the test play. Like, all of these additional copies of things just make them do their job a little bit better, rather than actually being like a limitation of any particular kind. Now we have an actual attacking option. Okay, looks like the orange borders are things other than gadgets. Okay. Oh no, convenient lightning has taken out part of the bridge. I might want to put the flashing light warning up, because I didn't go this far into the stage to see the lightning going off. But maybe the lightning stops after this. But we'll see if that continues to be an issue or not. Since I would honestly say it's probably a little too late to worry about it when there's already been a couple. Okay, bombs throw a little weird. And bonus stage, I presume? Yep. Where we get more hat ammo. And another coat. The gadget heads, I'm pretty sure, are extra lives, as you might imagine. Hat ammo is what allows us to use gadgets, as was discussed. Case in point, allows me to throw a bomb. Thankfully, you can grab things with his extended hands. Okay, you can kill those guys. Oh yeah, I can just punch these blocks. Why was I doing it the hard way? Oh right, because that's how I do things. I probably should just keep grabbing as much ammo as I can, because I feel like we're gonna need as much of it as we can get. Now, the problem is, we have a timer. So if I get too greedy with things like that, we could end up running out of stage time instead. Okay, I can just punch those guys, too. Get all the goodies. Probably don't want to get hit by boulders. That seems like a bad idea, all things considered. Thankfully, those mad henchmen are not very good at their job, as is tradition. I probably needed those balloons for something special, and you know what? They were just not gonna get it. Oh no, there's more coming. Oh, never mind. We need those to make progress, I do believe. I might be able to use the copter? Whee! Okay, yeah, the copter worked just fine. I think the balloons were just if you didn't have access to the copter for one reason or another. Or to save resources, perhaps. Oh, the timer keeps going. That's a problem. Yeah, fun fact, this game works on Ghost and Goblin rules. You get hit twice, you're dead. You get hit once, you lose your coat. That's what those coat pickups are, I guess. Yep. Get our coat back. Nice, another extra life. We now have a red copter. What does the red copter do? Oh! We throw that one away. Okay, didn't need that, I guess. Sure. No one ever claimed Gadget was good at his job. Just that he does his job. Or tries to. Tries to? Tries to's probably right. Yeah, those are gonna fall. That's gonna attack me. Ah! That's what you want to get when you break open a gear statue, right? Is a smaller version of yourself? That seems helpful. We missed another bonus area, but we already have full hat, pretty much. Huh. So we have a flying Dr. Claw chair. Oh, thanks for lighting the candles, I guess. Oh, that's trying to kill me. Okay, so that's how this fight works, then. I have to hit the candelabra till it's destroyed without taking 2 hits. You know what? That checks out. Which means I actually probably do want to use arrows. Also gotta watch out for the falling henchmen. There's probably a faster way to do this fight, but I'm gonna play it safe because we're just not that good at using Gadget's controls here yet. So, yeah, there's already 1 candle's gone, and we have full time, so I really shouldn't push my luck. Yep, another candle gone. Yeah, the arrows also seem to do more damage than our punches do anyway. Do we win? I'm gonna guess I have to hit it 1 more time. Yep, there we go. I feel like this room's probably not supposed to bend that way. But of course Dr. Claw gets away again. That's how that works. Well, of course they are everywhere. You're apparently also everywhere, Chief, including in my tea kettle. Swiss clock tower now. Okay. Now, the reason why I brought up, by the way, the fact that I'm potentially doing the Game Boy Advance game after this is how long to beat has this game at 2 hours? Now, since it's a first time playing this game at all, I'm betting it's going to take longer than that, but I would not anticipate it taking exceptionally long, unless this game has some real nonsense to it, which doesn't seem that bad so far. Aside from the 2-hit limitation we have, which is going to rear its ugly head occasionally. Oh, that also falls. Okay. But as long as it's even remotely as generous with extra lives as the first stage was, we should be absolutely able to make it through. It just may take extra time compared to the 2-hour timer. Why is that blinking? Am I invincible while I'm flying now? I'll be honest, I have no idea what anything means. I did not look up the manual or anything for this. I'm just kind of going on vibes right now. I do appreciate that he pulls out a magnifying glass when you crouch long enough. I don't know why the camera has chosen not to scroll for that fight, but that's fine. Aha, I can shoot through walls, but you can't. That lamp is probably going to be important. Oh, bye, Frosty. Nobody liked him anyway, right? Ow. See, I'm being given plenty of reason not to like him now, because apparently he takes a few hits and bounces around very fast. Yep, that straight up is just a lantern, but you can throw it to set things on fire, so that's probably going to be important at some point. Oh, so you are invincible while flying. Or, at the very least, invincible the entire time the blue copter is out now. So, I think I might be using that extensively. So, a way to recharge your gadgets. And probably upgrade them if you didn't already have the upgrades. Oh, wow, that... Oh, so each upgrade extends the range on that. What's the upgrade for this do? Looks like a bigger blast, potentially? I wish I could get an upgrade for our arrow, but the only upgrade we've seen for it fell off a cliff. Speaking of falling off a cliff, later, stupid. Now, I can't go through that, right? Well, let's use this to protect me against Frosty if he shows up. He doesn't show up here, though, apparently. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna be a death drop. No, actually it can't be, because otherwise we'd have nowhere we can go. Not that that's an impossibility. There we go, now we got level 2 arrow, just in case. Oh! Notice how we're not getting the flashing starburst things around Gadget anymore. I think that's like a hidden like level 4 bonus perhaps. Like you go past level 3 temporarily. Cause like notice how only some of them are flashing. Like now this one will probably be blinking. No? Also not entirely sure. I guess these red propellers are to attack? Like you send them up to attack things? Maybe I should have used that against the chandelier boss. That might have been a better choice. I also don't know if this game has limited continues or anything, so that's something we may end up learning about. It may even be that when we run out of lives, we're done. Okay, yeah, so the red propellers are a flying weapon, so we are definitely going to be making heavy use of that, now that I know how that works. That is such an excessive sound effect for grabbing with this, but at the same time, it makes sense. Okay, I can fight the wind with the propeller. Good to know. You know, I really did just have a moment where my intelligence was about on par with Gadget's, because I was questioning why their ships had damn written on the side of them, but it's because it was facing the other way and Mad was backwards. I'm already getting in character, and I don't know how to feel about that sentence. His Gadget as a character is, maybe not the best. He's a bit of an idiot. Gadget as a concept was definitely something I was much more interested in. Just the idea of a robotic detective with all kinds of unique gadgets and such to toy with. Like, obviously, he was very much a played-for-laughs entity as far as the cartoon goes. So his role in that made sense. Just it also made it very hard to, you know, respect him or take him seriously. Which is not what he was designed to be, so that makes sense. We are gonna run out of time at this rate. Okay, it seems like these only go so high, which already is really high. Aha! Clever idea worked out. Not completely, of course, because the intention was to land on this. Or, in the particular case I was working under, land on whatever was over there. But we do get a full time recharge when we die, so you could argue that that was a tactical death. You would be incorrect, but you could argue that. Will this crush me? No. Okay. Oh, and as a point of coverage, I have seen one of the Inspector Gadget movies back when I was in high school. It was okay. And I have actually watched a good portion of the newer Inspector Gadget cartoon, and it was also similarly okay. The second cartoon was definitely better than the movie was, which I don't think should come as a shock to anyone. Those, to a certain degree, I can see why they would attempt to do an Inspector Gadget live-action film, considering it's not really that outrageous for the most part. But at the same time, there are definitely some things that just did not work. Or at least that's how I remember it. And I might be remembering it worse than it actually was. Oh, that's a vulnerability I need to remember. While the propeller's out, I straight up can't do anything other than move and jump. I cannot attack in either, like, extending arms or obviously using any of the gadgets in the hat. You would think the arm gadgets and the hat would be separate, but Gadget's not exactly the best design, nor is he a genius, so... Even if you don't just explain it away with console limitations, in character it makes a degree of sense, too. And who knows what kind of mechanical limitations he's got going on in there anyway. Okay, the wheel is solid. It spins when you land on it, of course, but at least it's a physical entity I can land on. Okay, looks like he can't even make it off that ledge anyway, so I didn't have to rush punching him. But the sooner I punch him to death, the faster he gets out of my way. I'm killing him because he was potentially going to throw things at me. Now, ignoring the fact that being that this was a cartoon aimed primarily, I would assume, at kids, based on the way it was designed, though probably somewhere in between, perhaps. Gadget doesn't really kill, but, you know. We're shooting arrows at living, breathing human beings. You can really only assume one end result there. Even better when we, you know, throw an actual explosive device at them. I probably don't need to be going this way, but stubbornness is stubbornness. Stubbornness is my existence. I might regret going this way. Just ever so slightly. Or maybe not. Because I definitely do need ammo. And I will give them credit, the jump control is actually really good. Like, you actually have very fine control of how high Gadget jumps. And we got our health back, so this was definitely worth coming over here. Because we got all of our ammo back and our health. I'm just a little scared of the jumps here, though somehow I made it across those way better this time than on the single one. Just hitting that robot was a problem. And now we're all the way back at the bottom again, which is fine. Because we are back down here with all of the ammo we picked up. So we're actually still better off than we were. We just might, you know, run out of lives rather swiftly. Which some could call a problem. And, I would agree. I would agree that that is in fact a problem. Gadget, don't look at me like that. If you jumped better, we wouldn't have this. Wow, they are targeted with where they launch to, huh? That didn't fly that far before. I feel like I've been swindled. What do these miniature gadgets even do? Oh, they're just a small army that go and maul whatever you want dead. You know what? I can get behind that. Go, my tiny minions. Get them, tiny army. Honestly, an army of tiny gadgets is kind of a horrifying idea. Especially if they all have their own separate set of gadgets that they can use. Oh god. You know what? I shouldn't have considered this concept. I should not have given it this much thought. Now this is a problem. Yeah, I had a feeling. I should have just used an arrow, but I wanted to have fun with the tiny army some more. Instead, all I did was destroy myself, not my enemies like I'd intended. It's a little unfortunate that you're stuck in place the entire time you're extending your fist out there, but it makes sense. Again, don't look at me like that, Gadget. We're working here, buddy. Getting real tired of these robots already. I feel like I get out of that situation better just by charging at them half the time. And the fact that things off-screen can't be harmed is a bit of a problem. I mean, I need to remember that. Let's try going the way he's standing on right now. Since going the other way has gotten me killed repeatedly. Let's try learning from my mistakes, shall we? I know, wild concept, learning from my mistakes, but... Okay, there was at least health over here, so maybe this was worth doing. Eventually we will escape. There we go. Though in some ways, this definitely seems more hazardous to my health. Oh, but it puts us right here. Okay. Aha! Your shenanigans have been defeated, good sir. And I've been rewarded with an extra life. Part of the problem I've been running into a lot with this game, by the way, is hitting the wrong button. In case people are wondering why sometimes I punch instead of throwing something, or vice versa, it's very frequently the fact that I just hit the wrong of the two buttons. Is my punch is the top button, whereas my gadget is the bottom button. So I would naturally reach for the bottom button for my basic attack, logically, since jump is on the right. But it's the other way around, and I think that might be because I have these controls arranged incorrectly. But I've gotten used to it for the most part already, so I feel like it would be a bad idea to change it. stages I would have to relearn again immediately, and we are in the second proper stage here, so I feel like it's already an awkward point to do it, because ideally I should have done it in the first stage if I was gonna do it. But at the same time, the longer I wait to do it, the worse it's gonna be. So it's kind of a 6 of one, half dozen of the other there, you know? Okay, we finished that section finally, and we're up at the top of the clock tower, and it would appear that there's a giant swinging blade of doom that Claw is gonna try to use now. Okay, I can go over here. So this little wacky machine here is avoidable. So it's gonna be a little rough based on the spacing here. Okay, that... Oh! Claw himself is, as you might imagine, a contact spot as well. Okay. So that's a potential issue I'm gonna need to keep in mind. That was it? Oh no, it's not over. There we go, now it's over. So far these boss fights take a second to figure out, but after that they're not really that bad. Oh, now he's in the freezer. Shouldn't he have been in the freezer for the Swiss level? That would have made more sense. Amazon jungles, huh? Okay. Here you go. Enjoy the explosion. I will say, those are kind of minor explosions compared to some of the notes. Stage 3. Hindsight being 2020, I should have checked to see how many stages this game was, rather than going purely off of a how long to beat time. Just mince that monkey with a propeller. Remember, we're the good guy. Okay, gadget-wise, we're doing pretty good now. Quit your monkey business. Well, you know what? I deserve that for that joke. I deserve to die for that pun. Wow, you can really throw those propellers hard to the side, huh? Oh. What? Guess you forgot the ammo concept existed. On the bright side, we at least have continues. Whether we have unlimited continues or not is a question mark. But now we lost all of our stuff. Which, I'm betting a game like this can probably put you in an... maybe not an unwinnable position, but a near unwinnable position as a result of that. So... we'll need to keep that in mind, and not just recklessly die. Oh, that does reach. Huh. I feel like the hit detection on our punch is actually, like, shockingly generous. I wish I knew if there was... oh, nope, there's definitely ground under him, because he couldn't walk there if there wasn't ground. You know, that's logic I really shouldn't have used, now that I think about it. I also don't know why Gadget's just constantly flickering right now. I thought it was because of the trees, but now he's just still doing it. I think it's just like a sprite limitations flicker that's happening right now. So if at times he ceases to exist on screen, understand that he is still there. Just, he is flickering like crazy. Well, that could have been death. Oh, hi, Brain. You having a good time there? Ah, good. Gadgets. Give all gadgets to me. No, come back. I guess that one blinking doesn't do anything. Oh, You may be wondering what the plunger arrows are even for, by the way. What they do is they stick to walls and allow you to use them as platforms. We didn't really use it more than at the very beginning of the first stage, but that's what that does. I was explaining that because we were still in pause time in the bonus room, so it made sense to talk about that where I could safely explain something without the timer killing me. Not that a monkey wasn't gonna just do the job anyway. But on the bright side, we have a full set of basic mobility gear again. We just need weaponry again and we'll be in business. I also need to remember that you can't attack upward while jumping very well. Like, you technically can do it, but half the time Gadget does not seem to like doing that. There we go, now we got our weaponry back at least. It's not upgraded particularly well, but it's at least in existence again. I want... There we go. I didn't need that, as it turns out, but you know what? I'll take it, because it allows me to do this. And just say, fuck your stage, I'm out of here. And the game said, fuck me. But you know what? Fair play. You got me. I should have expected that. But at least now I can do this and get rid of this particular monkey without getting hit. And then we can grab the blue propeller again and do that again, but better this time. And if you're thinking that but better this time is as much for me as it is for Gadget, you'd be right. Because he needs to do a better job, and I also need to do a better job. What part of do a better job did I just forget immediately, apparently? Okay. Problem resolved. New problem. Monkey. We don't have boosted propeller anymore, so I need to be slightly more careful. We're also out of hat power, so never mind. We are in even more trouble than I thought. Do I have enough to throw a bomb? I do. There we go. So it's 3 for a bomb. Yep, that's what I was afraid of, is apparently that monkey's tail has the same width of hitbox as the rest of the body, even though it doesn't visually indicate that. So we're in a bit of a spot of bother at the moment. I actually took that hit on purpose, but I feel like it's gonna come back to bite me that I did that. Because I used the monkey to launch me to where I wanted to be. But I think that might have been a mistake. Because at the end of the day, we now are back to the whole we only have one hit left, and we have to deal with Heckle and Jekyll over here. Which they take more than one hit, we only have one hit, and they have range. So... Yep. So we're back where we started again. But at least we are still in that stage, and we're gonna find out really rapidly whether this game has unlimited continues or not. Because more than likely, if this game has a limited quantity of continues, it'll probably be 3. Which means, if we end up continuing again here in a moment, that'll be either it'll say no more, or it will give us that last one, and then that'll be that. Depending on whether they count 0 as 1 or not. That is the most likely outcome. Things I also should have looked at before committing to this idea. Does this game have limited continues? But that would have been for a smarter man to check, not me. How are you still alive after repeated bombings. This offends me greatly. Thankfully, I didn't need to get rid of both of them, only one of them. Oh. Wait. Where did that apple that was going down and right come from? Oh, no, the monkeys throw splitting apples sometimes. Right. That must have split off from one of the other ones. Oh, okay. Suddenly saw like 3 emails appear. That's because Humble's doing a GDQ bundle and Steam is apparently still doing more sales even though the sale ended. More things are still going on sale because things are always going on sale on Steam. Now, the one thing I knew about this game going into it was the fact that it works on Ghosts and Goblins' health, and I really should have considered the fact that that was going to lead to some very obvious problems. But the classic, oh yeah, it'll be fine, kicked in on that idea, and, well, here we are. So admittedly, we've gotten further than I expected to before this really reared its ugly head as a problem. I didn't expect to even get through the second stage without it at least showing up more as an issue. That's not to say we didn't lose a bunch of lives in the second stage, because we did. But I had anticipated losing more. Once again, we're at this same impasse, and once again, I still don't know what to do about this problem. Because apparently their spears skid on the ground and still do damage, so that plan would have worked in any other reality. Had I realized that would have skidded like that, I would have jumped over it, but I didn't realize. And getting at this guy is just like a problem. Though, hindsight being 2020, why did I even fight that monkey? The answer is I felt like I needed to. And the truth of that is questionable, because we can just go the way we're going now, and just avoid that entirely now that we picked up some of the power-ups. I hate it here. Gadget, please. There we go. You're trying to tell me level 3 arrows don't one-shot a monkey? Come on now. Oh yeah, there's this jerk, who is an issue because we went this way. Why are his spears not skidding along the ground and killing me? Weird. I feel like this game doesn't follow its own rules. Like, obviously it has its own rules, but it changes its mind between sequence to sequence whether it follows them or not. Oh, now you died in 2 bombs. Well, that'll work, because it gets me under this guy, which allows me to punch him to death from below. I did not mean to fall down here, but it worked out in my favor. Not that I think most of these will be useful to me, but the propeller upgrade will be a handy option to have in this sequence, and the other ones are probably going to be important later, if we live long enough to see it later before losing everything again. Thankfully, the actual attacks from these monkeys are not actually that dangerous. I was trying to inch enough to reach the monkey, and all I did was reach my own death by hubris. So we're once again without hat power, or to speak of. Oh, this fucking guy. Why don't you shift to any other part of that branch, please? There we go. What? God damn it. Of course, no sooner did I say their attacks aren't particularly dangerous do I put myself in the exact positions where their attacks are a threat and throw away everything I've gained. It's gonna be one of those days. It's really gonna be one of those days. You know as well as I do how this is going to end, Mr. Monkey. So this is why you get to live. I just want you to know that. Of course, gotta scratch my eye because, of course, deciding to act up while I'm trying to platform. There we go. Like, there's obviously, like, a specific route through this area that probably removes all of the issues. You're trying to tell me this isn't hitting him? There we go. I was about to say, there's no way that's not making contact. It's just a matter of I had to get the timing right. Okay, that's where this guy is, which means Brain is just a little further over. I wish I could look down. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, right, Brain's on the other side of these two idiots. Oh, turns out just mindless aggression works. I don't know why I never tried that. That's usually how I solve problems. Okay, good. I did remember the distance correctly. I was very concerned that I had misjudged that and I was gonna fall in the water again and be very upset. This is the one. This is the attempt. This is the attempt where everything works out. This guy's an issue. This monkey right here is a whole ass issue. Ow. And that's why. I should have went the low path, but I didn't realize there was a low path. Or, alternatively, I should have used the propeller to go past where the monkey was, but I thought we could just clear that jump just fine on our own. And boy, was I wrong. The more you know. The more you suffer, the more you learn. And unfortunately, we're learning a lot today. Oh, it's worth noting, it has been a bit windy and otherwise slightly wet and such, so if I suddenly disappear, for once it's probably not an actual technical issue, it's probably the power's gone. I don't anticipate it happening today, but it has at least got the potential to be a thing that exists. There's also a potential of it tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. As concepts. Unlikely concepts, but concepts nonetheless. Okay, so they shoot a bunch of arrows, and they all fall in the same spot, give or take. The fruit are meaningless? Oh, no. You have to use the... No, I do have to just use my punch, so why couldn't I hit that other one? I guess I was getting too close to it, probably. Since too close definitely seems to be an option in this game. I'll give this game credit for one thing. I have yet to absolutely have to use my gadgets just for basic platforming. I probably needed that lamp. Also, yes, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, probably, if you're noticing the fact that something is exiting those fish after they electrify. I think it's their skeleton. And that's just a concerning thought, but I think it's true. Boss fight? Maybe. Yep, there's Dr. Claw again. Interesting, okay. Really wishing I had arrows right about now, but propellers will do. Apparently just spam punching it works. Well, I'm gonna have to spam punch it now because I ran out of propeller juice. That guy's just having a great time in the waterfall. Or the worst time. It really depends on if he's actually enjoying swimming or not. Okay, so he is actively pursuing me. Oh, there was a health bit there, huh? Okay. Yeah, the bigger problem at large here is actually not getting hit. It's getting knocked off the edge and dying after getting hit. Oh, those logs are just not coming back, huh? I just had nowhere to go at that point because the falling logs just decided not to return for a long time there. Going here was a mistake. Oh yeah, actual Dr. Claw is not damageable yet. Might not even be damageable at all. But can damage me. Okay. The really shit part about this boss is you just don't know where you can and can't go. Is the camera this game has. You have to remember where all of the platforms are at any given time. Why did I fall for that again? Right, because I'm too focused on the future. Even though I've now quashed my hopes of having a future with that move. So that was a decision. Come on. You're gonna have to jump into my kick eventually. There we go. Like, we have a chance of still making this work. It's just not a good chance. Because I don't remember seeing a single health piece around in this section of the stage. I need all the head ammo I can get, is why I even bothered to deal with that guy. Get our gadgets back. This way, the worst case, if we die, we still have them. Also, apparently these bonus stages, you can literally just stand there for the most part, and it'll be fine. So that's a thing. The only thing we didn't get back is attacking tools. Okay, I did land on something, and then I didn't. Well, let's go get the attack tools this time, which unfortunately involves dealing with this jerk. Thankfully, as long as I'm more patient than I usually am, dealing with him is actually not that bad. But with arrows in hand, we should be able to easily take Dr. Claw out in the upcoming fight we have. We can go ahead and just propeller our way past all this nonsense. Of course it happened to run out exactly in front of that guy. Of course it did. I suppose I deserved that, but at the same time, I disagree. much like dealing with a Mega Man boss, we may end up in a situation... Never mind. I was gonna say we may end in a situation where I just tank a death when we get to the boss without using up my resources, and it doesn't matter now. That is no longer a discussion we need to have, because we don't have that life to spare. So we're now in the position of, you're just gonna have to do it right the first time. Everybody's favorite situation to be in. Just do it right the first time, stupid. Really, at some point I should just realize that altering my pathing is a bad idea. Oh, well, this sucks. Like, I don't know why the camera would not pan there at all, but it just was like, nah, no panning for you. Like, what is wrong with the camera in this game? Like, it just refuses to play ball sometimes. Aha, I can attack him from within my fortress, which used to be his fortress. Okay, now we just need to get through the fish section. Ow. God damn it. That was just for a hat, huh? There we go, there's the extra life. I knew there was one around here because we had picked it up before. I just could not remember which of the plants had it. That one just had nothing, huh? All of that for nothing! Oh, you can kick the arrows. That's certainly an interesting choice. God damn it. Well, we're in a life loop here anyway, so that's fine. Because we should be able to get that life back. We don't need to talk about what just happened. I was too busy watching the damn fish to pay attention to what happened there. What? Oh. Not now, phone. Also, I think these aren't set in stone as to what they give, because we opened all of them and we kind of didn't get an extra life this time. So I think we're in trouble. Especially since the jumps are just stiff enough on the horizontal that trying to get those other fruit is a death sentence, apparently. So anyway, it's our first time being in this stage, so let's go find out what's going on here, shall we? Oh, look, a bonus game. Weird. Yay, ammo. We need all of this. I remember when I said that I was suspicious as to whether this was actually going to take 2 hours or not. Yeah, about that. On the bright side, we're getting this. We're getting this down now. As to why I'm not frustrated, I can't answer that question because I don't know either. I'm starting to have reasons to be frustrated, however, because of moments like that where I do the same thing and get different results. Give me 1 second. How many stages does this game have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6 stages, so we're a third of the way through the game right now. Okay. And another bot gets slapped. Because of course, the second I look away, a bot shows up. That's how it always works. That is again why you keep things like Seribot around. Use the bot to defeat the bots. I had no winning choice on that move. I jumped wrong from the word go, so I was just SOL no matter how I landed that. But I do like this idea that I've picked up here, going this way. Because we get the results of going past that monkey without having to go near him. That's how these games work. You just alter the pathing bit by bit till you find the path that works. Or you do what I usually do and just mash your head into the problem long enough that you eventually somehow push your way through the exact thing you're beating your head against. Because that just seems like a better idea at the time somehow. Ate my jump, but that's okay. We're still getting the bonus game anyway. This way we have our toolkit back again. We have basically all of our main gear now. We have our arrows, we have our propellers, we have our bombs. We have all of our mobility stuff back together again. We're mostly just missing the tiny army. I don't know what got in my head against those two monkeys, but everything about my timing was horrible for that. I think I was just too busy doing inventory in my head to really think that through. Bright side, we can try this stupid idea again. Because I, for some reason, keep thinking that this is actually a good idea, and it sort of is a good idea. To a point. And that was the point right there. The point where it fails. One of these days I'm going to learn that that's not actually something I should be doing. But my impatience wills me to take the shortest path, and flying across there is definitely the shortest path. It also removes the risk of getting hit by the monkeys. Problem is, it creates a new risk in getting hit by the natives. Which doesn't help anything. Or, I suppose the fake natives, considering they've got mad scrolled over their chest. So either they've been indoctrinated, or they are not really native to this place at all. This works, though. A little bit wasteful of the old hat power, but by the same token, fuck those guys. We certainly have more hat power than we have health, so if it is a choice between spending hat power and spending health, I will spend the hat power. Case in point. Same way we ended the stage successfully the first time. No, none of these are really gonna help me here. Making sure I had the right button before I wasted power. Yep. Okay, good. There's an extra life this time. I guess it's only there the first time? Question mark? Because we definitely broke that fruit both times we passed through here. But there was only an extra life there the first time. Which is unfortunate information to find out, all things considered. I'm worried that I'm gonna need that lantern is why I bothered to grab it. Somehow, I just keep misaligning for those arrows now. We got past it perfectly fine the first time, and now I just cannot get that alignment back. And I think part of it is genuinely that the wiggly fog back there is actually tripping my eyes out. Because it's just distracting enough to mess with me. No, the extra life's there this time. Maybe there's just a chance that there won't be an extra life in that particular one? I officially have no idea. have to assume I haven't just ended up not hitting that one specific fruit every now and then. Because even though that's entirely possible, that seems highly unlikely. Okay, be at the very tip of the boat and we're safe from most things. Okay. Good to know. And now we can get to the boss with at least a life. So we're probably gonna just take the death here. Or if it happens, if we actually get pretty far along with this health, I might just take some shots at him. But I'm gonna prioritize just fighting here and then go into it with proper tools afterward. Some debate on the suffering being fun. Like, obviously it's fun for some people, but not for all. Yeah, he's not a real thing. We can get the health since the positioning is worked out. How you doing, Snork? Where's Claw? There's Claw. Since we got the health, it might actually be worth going for it. Nope, never mind. Get knocked off the edge again. There's no extra lives in this fight, so we're SOL as far as that goes. That plan is working. Just spam him with hat powers. Good, good. Fight's over. We won. I'm doing fine. We might have spent a bit on that stage, but everything's fine. Let me guess, you're in the box, aren't you? Oh no, you're just in the floor. You are one with the rug this time, Chief. I understand. Ancient Ink and Ruin this time. Okay, this is another one of the ones I think that was shown in the demo that the demo AI didn't know what to do with at all. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that difficult. Other than actually getting through the stage in general. There's just one part that I saw the AI just go, ew. So, of course, we have the first problem of basic platforming. Pretty much, yeah. Conveniently indestructible. But only for plot reasons. Whenever it is convenient for them to be very destructible, they will be destructible and actually readily defeated. Oh, you send scorpions after me and butterflies. That's what you're doing. Okay. That's your choice. I distrust the tool he has on his back there. Where is... There we go. Here you go. This is for you. Oh wow, level 3 bombs are ridiculous. Yep, that's why I didn't like the tool he had on his back. It looked like a jetpack combined with a rocket launcher, and I was correct on both counts. They are very fast. I'm not sure... I guess I would have to shoot them with arrows. I wouldn't really have a way to punch them to get rid of them, because they just move too quickly. Because for those that don't know, this is an SNES game with all of the issues that come with that, in that our jump is only so capable. Same with our attacks, so I have to work within the limitations I possess. It is. It definitely is. I would not want scorpions being thrown at me. The butterflies, I'm less concerned about. The scorpions, especially with how fast they are a problem. That would be horrifying. Oh, there goes all of our tools, so no more bombs, no more arrows for me. But I am leaning more toward the concept of this game having infinite continues now. Considering I was pretty confident that was our last continue if there was a limited amount. did pull up a guide to see how many stages the game had, so I probably should have looked to see if they mentioned anything about limited continues in that guide, but I already closed it. And I can't be bothered to open it again right now. Thankfully, we can defeat the scorpion problem the old-fashioned way by throwing bombs at them. And I'm even rewarded with more bombs. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Just break the top layer of those blocks so that I don't ruin my ability to get to the things. Okay, those guys will die off screen, but the other ones don't. Weird. Maybe it's the bomb that does damage off screen. Yeah, the positioning of this guy is an issue. Really, you're out of arrow range there? What? How is that not hitting him? That's hitting him directly in the forehead. There we go. Okay, they only take 1 hit to kill. I, of course, also only take 2 hits to kill, and there's 2 of them. I feel like we're at an impasse here, as far as defeating them goes. Because they're so damn fast. You can definitely tell this is the second half of the game, though. Yeah, exactly. They're just so damn fast. Thankfully, you can actually just cheese this guy out, apparently, by just being fast enough to hit him before he can deploy Scorpion. So he just resets over and over again. Okay, so we've got fully upgraded weaponry, so that's good. Well, not quite fully upgraded. The arrow still needs 1 more. Maybe that'll give me more arrow range. I don't remember what the upgrade for the arrow does. Here you go. This is for you. Like, they expect you to take a hit from that guy, considering they give you health immediately after him. Doesn't help that the camera did not want to pan to show these guys. There we go. That's what you have to do. You have to inch the camera into them so you can actually get a shot at them before they move. That's the key. Oh, and now we just stand on a platform that drains the entire body of water here. That makes sense. That's how that works. And that guy just can breathe underwater. Don't mind him. Ah, he has a friend that's hiding in the shadows. I couldn't hit him because he was too close. The fact that them being too close is an option remains upsetting. I blame part of it on the fact that we just had a man with a hat full of butterflies and a pocket full of scorpions just standing in the water. What was I supposed to think with that? Oh god. See, just thinking about that got me killed again. Clearly that concept is death. Yeah. Exactly. That's the intention here, but at the same time, some of these just catch me so wrong. It's just like, no, I have to think about this. How does this even work? You know, they're giving you a guaranteed spawn of the tiny gadgets. Go, my tiny army, as I die. So apparently that doesn't work. I'm not sure why they're flashing pink at that point. I'm not gonna worry about getting all of these this time. Bully him, my tiny minions. They really don't do any damage even at level 3, huh? Nope, that won't reach no matter how I position that. So bomb for you. The arrows are cheaper than the bombs is why I was like, yeah, let's use an arrow if I can. Apparently they get in position to fire before they're actually able to fully respond. So that's interesting. Part of me wants to know whether the water will kill me if I touch it, but I am on 0 lives left right now, so I'm not as interested as I otherwise would be. God, this guy is durable. Oh, the water's coming back. Yep, the water is in fact actually coming back. Okay. Jesus. Please be a useful bonus game. We died for this multiple times. I mean, ammo counts as useful. Not as useful as I'd hoped, like having an extra life or something in it, but at least I have all the ammo I need to actually fire pretty freely. Go, my minions. You can swim better than I can, probably. It was. But I also spent a fair bit of ammo to get it, and that's where the question as to how valuable it actually is comes in. Nope, not trusting that. Nope, nope, not finding out if Gadget can breathe underwater, because I'm pretty sure even he can't. Okay, they're actually giving a decent amount of health in this stage. I'll give them credit for that. Now, if only any of those translated into extra lives when you had full health, that would be great. Okay, that angled badly. You know what? Nuts to that guy. I don't need to deal with him. I'm sure he's got some amazing prize up there with him, and you know what? It probably ain't worth it. I don't know why the butterflies are immune to arrows. Before anybody's asking that question, I don't know either. But I would like to know. That's fine, he deserves it. I would consider it pretty rude to throw scorpions at people, but he's over there doing that anyway. And... care to guess what happened there? Aside from the fact that I fell. There's an extra layer to that. Yeah, as it turns out, Gadget decided not to jump, even though we hadn't moved off that platform. So as I stepped forward and jumped, he just chose to take only the step forward part of that idea. I presume because the platform had started to fall, so it technically ate the jump. This is the classic character disconnects from platform, so there is no jump anymore situation that so many old games have. The fact that you remember this tells me that this is danger. That also tells me, though, you actually played this game, Snark? Or have you seen somebody suffer through this before? Because as I had said at the beginning of this, my only experience with this game was playing just like a touch of the first stage. First a long time ago, and not realizing you needed to use the hand to grab those rings in the beginning of that first stage. Okay. Yeah, but I straight up only had slight interaction with the first stage, which was not even successful because I didn't have the manual. So I didn't know what the buttons were to do anything, and didn't realize what I was supposed to do at all. And apparently I have forgotten how to jump, which is going great for us right now. Yeah, the entire genesis of doing this right now is the fact that this game was listed as only being like a 2-hour game. And I wanted something quick to get through. Okay. And as with most people playing things at the time, I'm sure the things that were played varied in quality. All things considered. I mean, hell, even now, things played vary in quality, but you get the point behind what I'm saying. Hey, an extra life was in there this time. Where were those extra lives before? Answer, not there. There we go. Up, over, and gone. Nice. It's always lucky when that works out that way. I don't remember very many bad games out of what I had growing up. Until later in my life, where I ended up purposely picking up a lot of trash because I apparently lost my mind at some point. Like, there were some games that were kinda but none of them that were, like, outright bad. Aside from one or two that I recall specifically not touching because I looked at them and went, these are probably awful. The fucking butterflies. Jade Cocoon I've tried. I have intentions of eventually actually playing that properly at some point. In full. Blaze and Blade I've only seen. I've never actually encountered anyone actually playing that. So you're the first one to actually mention that game in the wild to me. But I have found that game. And I had intentions of doing something with it at some point. It just hasn't happened yet. Yeah, see, that guy's got nothing up there with him. There's no point in fighting that guy. All he will do is drain my health. So that is an interesting mix of games there. That's fair. That is something that definitely will catch your attention. It's like, what the hell is that guy doing there? Of course, now my eye is acting up again, because that's exactly what I want when I'm trying to do a timed set of jumps. Thanks, body. It doesn't help that this platform moves without you. Okay. I quit being an asshole. That's not the part of the body you are, and you know it. Anyway. This seems like a bad idea. You know what the worst part about this stage is? It's the simple fact that Gadget does not A, move with the platform, B, have good momentum side to side when he's jumping. So since you lose all momentum the second you take off from the platform, you cannot close the distance between you and one of these moving platforms worth a damn. This stage would actually be completely fine if you just had either momentum imparted upon you by the platform, or just a little bit better horizontal control. That's all this would need to be good. Stages like this aren't inherently a problem. They're actually usually pretty fun, as long as you have controls that work with them. This one doesn't especially work well. Rayman's got a bit of a mixed bag, admittedly. out of those three. Crash has basically 90% good games. Sonic, well, it depends on who you ask whether that catalog stays a positive at all or not. That's what I get for trying to just punch that guy down. I should have used tools. Metal Gear Solid 1 is definitely a very divisive game, I've noticed. People either really love it or hate it. And I feel like I'm one of the few people that's kind of in the middle on that. Like, I got very annoyed with it when I tried to do it for the channel. Does it have great potential and good ideas? Yes. But it definitely did not feel right, and I think that's to blame by the fact that I'd played later Metal Gear games before playing that one. I feel like that's one of those games that suffers from first game issues when you compare it to, at the very least, the controls of later games in the series. And I just got too annoyed with it at the time to finish that. Technically, you're correct, but in the Solid set, it is. That's what I'm trying to say, Snark. Before you go, actually on me on that one. And that requires a full separate set of controls compared to the actual first Metal Gear games. Such as the MSX game and the NES one. Like, I'm just gonna full turn this car around on that one. I ain't letting that one go. Welcome to how I feel right now. Pain and sadness. Pretty much. It's interesting that I can actually air juggle that guy a little bit. Why did that? Oh. Because I used a level 3 bomb and didn't realize it. So the whole platform went that time, when it worked every other time. And Snake Eater, I want to say, is one of the ones that's the most well-received. It's also certainly one of the best-known ones in the series, probably, other than people only knowing, like, the newest at a time, basically. But I'll be honest, I've not actually sat down and finished any of them, even though I even own... Oh, the bombs go in different directions as well when they're level 3. Huh. Yeah, I've almost always hit a point where it's just like, okay, this section is just kind of stupid. And I'm annoyed now. Pretty much just as a series, I've noticed that there's almost always one of those. And that's not to say every game doesn't almost always have at least one section where you question why the hell this section exists. But just because of my interaction with stealth games in general, my limitation there was tighter, I suppose is the best way to put it. Yeah, because this is a genre of game I have a different tolerance for. Because my skill set applies to this better than needing needing to apply the skill set of needing to wait for a guard to wander to the right spot to do the thing. Because this does not require the same type of patience stealth arguably requires. And obviously there's ways to break past that in all of those games. But it tends to conflict with the way I'm intending to do a thing. And this is why I say, I'm not saying that those are bad games, because they just do not interact well with how I do things. Not that this is interacting necessarily well with how I'm trying to do things, either. But it's still more within my means and skill set. And it also isn't gonna take 30 hours to get through. Unless things go even worse wrong than they have been. And as much as people tend to enjoy the story of most Metal Gear games, I really can't with the way those are made sometimes. And that's not in the fun way of I can't. That's just like a, oh god, this guy is so up his own ass about his writing sometimes. And I just can't deal with it occasionally. Game? Would you like to explain why the jump button didn't jump there? No, of course not. Now, as a full product, I would say most of the Metal Gear Solids are probably a superior title to this, but they also have the advantage of primarily being long after this existed. No, the controller's fine. That's just the game's code. I'm not even gonna try to defend myself or it on that one. That's just exactly how that was, because we've seen it play out repeatedly at this point in the exact same way. Because there's a very specific point, well, duh, there's never going to be proof in any way, shape, or form on any of these things, even if the controller input's on screen. It will remain hearsay regardless. There's no way to prove these things. The point is, it genuinely has a threshold that the second you cross it, even if you're still on the ground, the jump no longer functions. It has actually the opposite of coyote jumping, for lack of a better way of putting it. But and I say consistent, but it's not actually consistent either, and that's the frustrating part. Is there's a point where you can be off the edge, like here, but you can even go further off, and sometimes it'll let you jump. But if you're moving when you reach this point, it no longer lets you jump. And it may be that it has to be a frame-perfect jump for you to get this far off and then not miss the threshold for jumping, but that's where the confusion is coming from. Is I try to push my luck to make the jump safer, quote-unquote, because of the times we miss those jumps, and instead, I hit that threshold, and the jump gets eaten. And I keep forgetting exactly where the line is to avoid getting shot by that guy. We had it down, and now I've lost it again. So we're gonna probably end up having to spend another continue just getting past those jackasses again. And I can't even say it's a case of being tilted, because I'm not actually that upset yet. It's just like, come on now, just let me get through this, because we've already done it. Can we just kindly be allowed to move on? There we go. That's all I needed. And I can't even say there's a way around those guys, because there really isn't. Best shot we'd have is if we had the invincibility helicopter, we could fly through them, but we don't have that. So, that's just not how that's gonna work. Thankfully, with specific timing, we can just infinite those guys, either by punching or by shooting them. I probably should have saved this ammo for later, but we also don't have enough lives left for saving for later to really be an option. Just disregard that guy. I can't believe that worked. Okay, so the water does damage you. So I feel like we weren't that deep, but I guess the second it passes his nose, he just inhales immediately. His Gadget's a genius. Yeah, don't look at me like that. You know it's true. For some reason, I thought there was another platform in there. But of course, you know, classic instant karma as usual. What was what? There's many things I can explain about what happened there, but I don't know what you're asking about. If you mean the fact that I took damage in the water, it's because he drowned instantly. And I already explained how I ended up in the water. So... And there's it eating the jump again, which doesn't matter because we probably should have just reset with this continue anyway. It's a real shame that this extra life is in the bonus game and not outside, so I could get a life loop going so we didn't have to keep hitting continues over and over again. Especially since this game has infinite continues, I really don't know what the point to even having a situation where you have to continue at all is. Like, I guess it may just end up being a case of like, well, games just kind of had these, so I guess we'll put it in there, but we don't want it to be too punishing, so we'll just make it infinite. Because all it ends up doing is meaning we have to grab the same handful of power-ups that are already in the stage we're already in, so it's really kind of pointless. You really won't shoot no matter how long we stand here, huh? Well then. Apparently they just have really weird rules of engagement where they're not allowed to fire until I step across that line. Huh. The more you know. Now, realistically, it's probably actually, like, some parts of Gadget don't function in water, but didn't he go underwater before? I feel like he went underwater just fine at some point. What do I know, though? Yeah, that guy we can ignore. The problem is, doing this at different timing now means my entire timing with the water. Ah, of course, of course. So I feel like we're past that line already, but you know what? Maybe they got mostly nearsighted rocket guys. Maybe they just need us to be really close to be able to see it. I don't know why I'm even bothering to open these anymore. I already have all the things. I say as I continue to open all the containers anyway. To a certain degree, it makes me feel better. We might still get this done within the 2-hour mark that How Long to Beat claims. We would have to get through this stage and... Is this stage 4 or 5? Probably a lot of things that we don't really want to think too hard about, considering the amount of things he keeps deploying from there. He must get stung a lot. And in very unfortunate places. I swear that water is too slow to wait for, but also just fast enough that you can't beat it. Pretty much, yeah. He's getting inconvenienced, so he's lashing out at everyone else. Like the average person on the internet, really. I think we're free and clear, more or less, because we go under this guy and then through. There we go. So now we got a couple chances at the minecart. Yeah, but see, the minecart moves the second you're in range of it. So you can't actually early jump for it like you would in most of these kind of situations. Oh, there's a bonus game up there. I didn't think I was gonna make that. Guess you had a split decision the second you left the ground. Because I realized, wait, I can't reach that one, but there's another minecart under me. Didn't realize there were spikes to the left of me. Oh, that power-up's getting left behind. Good thing we don't need it. Yeah, we get on this higher one this time. We might want to try for the bonus game. You know, if I make it onto that one. I shouldn't have said when, huh? Because it's never guaranteed that I'm going to make it onto that because the universe hates me. Sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, you technically touched that, but nah, you're a pixel too low, buddy. Die. Case in point, it happened again. And the entire reason I'm jumping up there then is to avoid that flying guy. I technically could probably deal with the flying guy and not have to take the risk of jumping up there. But it's a matter of which risk do I want to deal with. And usually jumping for this has worked out. Oh no, I needed to switch back to the other one to get to the bonus game. God damn it. Oh, guess we're staying on this one for the second. And that one sped up. Hello, Archways, my old friend. I've come to walk across you again. I hate it here. I would like to leave, but I can't leave. They won't let me. Oh yeah, no, I understood that right off the top as soon as that was mentioned. That's why I was as concerned when I saw that sentence as I was. Because I still have vivid memories of certain stages of certain games, even though I remember none of the rest of the game, and that tells me that that part is disgusting. I panicked a little. There we go. God damn it. I thought the arrow was gonna get to him in time. And impatience kicked in again. Turns out, nope. No such luck. Just death, once again. Did the game get louder for you guys, or is it just me? Yeah, like I was saying earlier on, it's basically Ghost and Goblins rules. You get 2 hits. You fuck up twice, you're done. Okay, because it's definitely louder in my ears now, but I think that's just because my ears just shifted a bit. Because it's not significantly louder, it's just slightly louder in my ears now. But we've been dealing with weird pressure and such because of the weather, so my ears may have just like had a minor pop somewhere along the way that made them hear a bit clearer again. Or the wiring on these headphones is already screwbally. Which, these aren't the ones I've usually been using for streaming. These are the ones I've usually been wearing to sleep. I just didn't bother to switch the wires today, because the quality on them is about the same. So maybe these are just slightly funky. Who knows? Got options for the reasoning, basically. Go up here for a second and let the water go by. Watch out for the butterflies of doom. It definitely galls me to a certain degree to have to be afraid of butterflies. It would also be very nice if I could actually get Gadget to look down a little quicker, instead of waiting for him to have the magnifying glass out for a solid few seconds before he'd actually move the camera down. I got rid of him for not exactly a real reason, but, you know. It was kind of a safety net move. Speaking of not getting rid of somebody for a real reason, I did not need to attack him. I just kind of reflexively saw another living thing and lashed out at the rate this has been going. And I think that might be part of why I'm less frustrated, is I get those opportunities to lash out now and then. So it balances itself. Well. That's how this is gonna be, huh? It's just gonna be pain and suffering the whole way up and down. You may or may not be able to tell the look I just gave the universe there. Well, yes, I can. I just don't wish to do so. I still feel it's safer to try to do the jump. That's what I was afraid of there. Wait. Oh, nope, there was nothing there to recover to. Damn it. You know what? I have a bad idea. I have a very bad idea. What if I say I disregard your game mechanics? The answer is death. That's what happens, because I did it at the wrong part. I believe there is a part I can shortcut this with using the propeller, but I went for that idea too early, because I forgot there were spikes all the way through there. The idea is sound. The location for it was a very bad idea. But the theory is, rather than playing along with their whole minecart game, we might be able to figure out where it's supposed to end up, and we can propeller there instead of riding the entire minecart sequence along. I would be much more inclined to this idea if I had level 3 propeller so I could get the invincibility. That's not to say I don't think it's a viable idea, because I'm gonna try it again when we get there. I just have to be much smarter about how I apply that idea. It's not like we're lacking for hat power, considering the amount of ammo they give you here. Exactly. If you're dead either way, you may as well have fun doing it. I will play by my own rules, as I always do. Wouldn't surprise me if that's part of the trouble I'm having, is the fact that I'm trying to play by the game's rules, and we all know that's a mistake. Never play by the game's rules. Make your own rules. They give you the tools to break things, therefore do it. There we go. Hey, 69 hat now. Go around that guy. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go up here and wait this out now. Once it starts going back, there we go. Buy ourselves a little bit of extra time. Wait the water out this time. That floor sure is made out of floor. It's covered in moss and everything. Gotta go right now. Gotta go. Second guess that jump. We're just gonna wait the water out, go under this guy, and we're free and clear. Oh, you son of a bitch, with your double scorpions. This is fine. We're still through here without having lost any lives. We just lost one hit. Which honestly works out fine for Operation Propeller. Let's go! Oh yeah, that does not last nearly long enough. That's the key though. I got it. I've got it. I know exactly what to do now. Is there safe ground there? That's exactly where we need to go. There we go. Oh god, there's a rocket man here though. God damn it. You know what? You're probably onto something there, Snark. But we've got something here. I've figured it out. I've solved the case. Nope, fuck you, I'm out of here. You can't kill me if I run away. Those are the rules. And I got an extra life for my shenanigans. Yes! Aha! All according to my cunning scheme. And I ducked low enough that he can't reach me. And then I died. We're going places, though. We're getting it. We're going there. I knew ducking for too long was gonna get me killed, but it was funnier that way. Hey, it worked. It worked up until I waited too long. Which tells me, though, if I just wait and go over here, and then jump off this one, and fly this way... Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay. Eventually, like a fly getting out of a room, we will bounce off enough walls until we find our way out. That is my new plan, rather than playing the game the way it's intended to be played. This plan cannot possibly fail. Didn't make it to attempt that idea either. Yep. What, the side of that hits you? Come on! Come on! I call shenanigans on that one. They don't have sideways facing spikes. Come on. That's the exit over there. If I had been just slightly higher up, I think we actually would have left the stage and we would have counted. What, does the stonework attack me with harsh language just for flying near it? And without his suit, Gadget can't handle his feelings being hurt. Why was there a pickup noise when I... It probably is. It's probably some weird coding like that, because a bunch of these games have strange coding decisions like that to make something function the way they intended to. So that would definitely fit as a potential concept. Alternatively, it is a platform, but instead of making the hurtbox specific, they just made the entire thing a hurtbox. Because that's also been a thing before, where they don't take the time to make the actual spike section the damage zone, they just make the entire entity damage. Which would be the same thing as making it a non-moving enemy. If they just code it as an enemy, it would have contact damage, thus achieving the exact same end with less code. But both variations exist. And there's your random burst of intelligence for the moment. You would be mostly correct, yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that one myself, because I was a little distracted with looking everywhere at once. But I would not be surprised if it hit me without actually touching me. It's not the first thing in this game to do damage without making proper contact. Speaking of awkward situations... If I didn't go in that bonus game, I may or may not have died to that butterfly. I was also half expecting it to still be there waiting for me when I came back out. And that would have been a very funny death. Like, oh, you got all that ammo, huh? Phases back into existence. Butterfly. Dead. I got really lucky on the contact on that one, because... that was contact in the other direction in my favor for a change. Exactly. The relentless hunter, the horrifying butterfly of doom. People frequently underestimate their power. I'm proving once again that being recklessly aggressive somehow works better in this game than actually being cautious. But I've spent most of this game being foolishly cautious for some reason. Now, do I try the propeller plan again? I feel like we got really close, so I feel like I have to. Especially since we're already injured here. So there's not that much to lose. And go. Damn it. I meant to activate it again, but it didn't let me that time. There seems to be a buffer where you can't actually reactivate it, but you can sneak inside of that buffer with the right timing. Let's try to do this again slightly more properly, and in fact going for this bonus game. Question marks? What do these... I don't understand what the question marks do. Well, I guess we got a bunch of something? Yeah? I don't really know what happened there. Yeah, exactly. It just... Oh, this brings me to the platform we kept getting hit at. Okay, so getting here is actually easy. Oh, and the question mark's actually, a gadget. Huh. I'm now more confused rather than less. In part because why are there so many of them in that bonus room if you can only have 3 gadgets? 3 copies of it. What does it do? Manifest an anvil. And it did it twice, so it probably just manifests anvils. Okay. I have the Toe Crusher special now, I guess. Doesn't matter. We had a hit to take that, so this is fine. I can't believe that worked. I don't know why those bombs didn't knock me off when I hit the wrong button. I'm gonna assume I had protection because of the propeller, but you know what? The more important part is we're out of there. We're over here now. You've done it! Oh, I think there's 2 entrances to this area. Either that or that other part we were at wasn't actually an entrance at all, and I was deluding myself thinking my plan was going to work at all. Oh, there's an extra life there. And that guy reached me while I was too busy mourning the extra life I couldn't reach. I was kind of hoping I could duck under him. Turns out that's not the case. Okay, that didn't work. It took too long for the propeller to deploy. I should have deployed it, then jumped. But I thought for some reason it would deploy quicker than that, even though we have experience to indicate that that's not the case. So let's just not go for that, shall we? Okay, and they are actually pretty easy to dispose of. I should have just tried instead of being afraid of the idea. I was trying to get to one of the higher ones, but that's where the momentum issue rears its ugly head that I mentioned before. You just straight up can't jump forward on those for some reason half the time. Okay, fine. We'll just stay on this one and hope for the best. So we get health there. Oh, not best, not best. Worked out. Plan worked. Panic move was the best choice. Just take the direct route. Okay, I think we're through. Yep, it's boss time, and we have a life to spare to figure out what this boss is. Oh, I don't like this already. Oh no, he's got Punchbot Supreme. That was an unbelievably easy boss fight for how much of a nightmare that stage was. I didn't even use any tools, I just punched him to death. Oh, he's under the table this time. Oh, this is the stage. Nope, you're never seeing that level again unless you go play the game yourself. Or cause someone else to suffer with playing this game. Because I am not doing that again. No, thank you. I have done my due diligence in completing that stage. We have 2 more stages left to go to suffer. Nope. Ah, okay, so you can turn that flame off. So, funny story. The demo for this game actually has Gadget just running back and forth in between these 2 spaces here with the propeller out, very confused about doing literally anything. But also walks through the fire that's spitting here, is what they did is they had the demo playing in invincibility mode. So it can't actually take damage in the demo. Oh, that's concerning. Go forth, mini-me's. Assault this man. Yeah, I figured I was dying there, but for some reason I had the stupid thought that maybe their attack gets blocked by the wall there. Ignoring the fact that that would be fair, and this game's not invested in that idea at this point. It was invested in that idea for a while, but now that we're in the last couple stages, it's no longer interested in that idea. I'm checking for hidden blocks in case people are wondering why I'm flailing around like a fool down there. It seems weird that there's just an empty area over there. Much like this one's also empty for question mark reasons. Exactly. Just send an army of smaller me's after Uriel. They are legion and they are unstoppable, as I can just keep making more. Okay, good. I finally succeeded at that idea. Good lord. Oh, I see. I need to use this one to get there. Okay, apparently the anvil doesn't work. I took a hit to test the anvil, and it didn't even hit him. Back to the tiny me army. So I guess this place is a fire maze. You have to go around and turn off all of the fire switches. What's this way, then? Because there's a whole climbing path here. Like, this path over here has to exist for a reason, right? Aha! It was for an empty block. All of that for an empty block. Not even a haha you idiot sign or anything to make this funny. Just like a nope, there's just fuck all here. You may as well just have made a modified sprite for this hand and just put a middle finger coming out of it, because that's about how I feel about that path up there. Just hey, fuck you, buddy. It's very lucky that all these mad henchmen get hit stunned so easily. What? That's it? This bonus game just had the one ammo? Huh? This is the worst stage. I thought I didn't like the last one, but at least that one didn't constantly insult me. This one's just rude. Like, I thought the stage design on the last one was a middle finger, but no, this one's assaulting your feelings instead of attacking your gameplay. It's so mean. Ooh, a bonus game that I cannot get to. You would have had to have flown from the higher portion of that pipe over in order to get that bonus game, which would involve you knowing that it's there. Also, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but we're not gonna survive. I just want you to know that. And if you're wondering why I say that, just take a look at the top right of the corner of the screen, and you'll realize the issue very rapidly. Also, apparently there's blocks in here that you can only see with the lantern out, so I'm glad I kept the lantern on hand. It's about to be a real shame what's gonna happen to the lantern here in a minute, though. Yep. No matter what I did there, I was dead, because we only had 20 seconds left. On the bright side, the first part of this stage is kind of a cakewalk. It just is a very insulting cakewalk, but it's a cakewalk for the most part. Except for how fast those flying mummies move. And the fact that they just kind of decide when they want to go sideways. Like, this still bugs me. What the fuck is the point to this little cubby hole over here? It feels like there has to be something in here, but this is how they kill you, is they waste all of your time with random cubby holes that have nothing in them. Is they know people will spend time looking around going, there's gotta be something here. Well, that's exactly the thing, yeah. That's what they're designed to do. Problem is, it's very hard to let go of that idea. Also, those are very hard to hit, because apparently they actually have a precise hitbox, unlike half the things in this game. Well, yeah, I think we can all agree that it works. And it's especially potent against people like me who are used to games hiding things in tiny little cubby holes, so I expect there to be things in the cubby hole, and then there's nothing there, and I lose my damn mind. Because that's exactly what it's designed to do, is play off your expectations. Well, we know that this is here. And I need to know if this one's still empty every time. Because we've had some that were empty only some of the time before. Or at least appeared to be so. And now I can't make this jump, of course I can't. Nope, still empty. Okay, great. Not gonna bother opening that one anymore. I was kind of in the weird, like, oh, maybe I'll get lucky and there will be health in that because I need health now. Ignoring the fact that that means the game gives a damn about what you want. And let's be real, it doesn't. And I don't have the propeller hat right now. Oh, they absolutely did. They 100% would be having a good laugh at everyone who's playing this as expense. Yeah, there's literally just the one... Like, this entire stage is designed to eat your time. That must be the entire point of all of this shit. Because if it eats your time, then you die. And they don't have to kill you directly. It's such an insidious plan, but it works perfectly. Because even if you don't fall for any of the traps, this whole stage still eats extra time. I would like to go in there. Oh, there's hidden blocks. There's hidden fucking blocks. Oh, hey, speaking of hidden blocks, but we don't have a lamp going in here this time. So, oh, there we go, there's a lamp. Convenient. How kind of them to actually give a lamp in here. You can't jump and punch with the lamp out, as it turns out. And of course, this is designed to be a death trap because you break the blocks to get stuff and free that guy to attack you. So it's a no-win prospect there, too. This is so brutal. Nope, fuck you, I'm leaving. Oh, come on, I grabbed. And I can't attack something that's next to me because, God forbid, we have a damage space until after it's partially extended. This place sucks. The first part is just to eat your time, and this is just, fuck everything you hope to accomplish. You had hopes and dreams? Good joke, they're dead now. Just like you. Okay, going on the left is just a waste of your time. It's a bad idea. Good lord. Everything about this stage is just fuck you. And I will not hear any alternative takes on that one. Like, I have to respect the level of evil that went into this, even if I dislike being the one that has to deal with it. Because this is fucked up. But it's also great. God, that is at the exact right angle where you have no way to, like, avoid it. I should have tried to hit it, but we've had a bad track record of managing to hit those stupid paper rolls. God fucking this timing, man. I'm getting impatient on this stage now, so I'm making even more stupid decisions, because I'm just like, I'm done with your stupid fucking maze, let me out of here. But the only way I'm letting myself out of here right now is in death. And then there's the times where that guy just happens to bounce right and hit you. Because there's just no avoiding that. Because you either have him bounce into you, or he throws the snake at you. Either way, you lose. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say I have respect for it, even if it agitates the hell out of me, because, like, you had to sit here and make this nightmare with the express purpose of being a nightmare. Yeah, that, again, still with you on that one. Wasn't questioning that. This game doesn't play fair, we all know it. Oh, that snake can just go through the fire, huh? Interesting. Come on, I hit it while I was bouncing on the other one before. There we go. Yeah, there's not a single part of this game that's designed with fair play in mind after the second stage. I can't even say that anything in the third stage was necessarily designed with fair play in mind. I fell for it this time because I thought I didn't hit the other one for some reason this time. We now know that that bonus game is worthless as well, so I'm just not even gonna bother. Because we already have basically full ammo, so that bonus game's even more worthless than it usually is. Still can't get that, and it makes me sad. Like, I almost feel like they designed that one to be unreachable in general. Just because that fits the vibe they're going for here of ha ha ha, fuck you. But it's almost certainly reachable with, like, the propeller. You just would need to be on a perfect run up to that point to make sure you have a propeller when you get there in order to be able to get that. And who knows if that one's even worth it, considering we've had multiple at this point not be worth it at all. I missed the jump. You die for my sins. And no, I didn't say it wrong. That was exactly what I intended to say. God damn, you... Being precisely out of reach. Die. Really, there's nothing here either, huh? Yikes. Okay, we found an extra life and some health. Okay, that whole area is a falling section. Huh. Hi, I'm back here, I guess. So this is a problem. Slightly. I felt better, and then I immediately felt worse because the universe punished me for lashing out once again. The karma cycle we're living on with this game is upsetting. Because I suffer to balance things out, and then I immediately get punished because I do something to unbalance it again immediately afterwards. God damn it. The fact that they cannot be repelled by getting hit keeps fucking with me. I almost think having the lamp out in this early part is actually to my detriment. I tried to do a funny and it didn't work. Oh, and it really didn't work now. Okay. What I was gonna do is throw the lamp at him to set him on fire. And of course I fall for the he doesn't get pushed back at all thing again. Modern games have ruined my brain for things like this. Because so many games allow you to push enemies back so that you're not bullshitted off a ledge. And I frequently forget that that's just not a thing anything had up till a certain point for the most part. Is he can just do that. Fuck you. I'll kill your clone instead. I gave up at that point, in case you're wondering. We are so close, yet so far. Because we only have one stage left after this, and then this game's done. But just everything is pain. Pain, misery, and woe. Look at that. There's just nothing you can do if they're bouncing towards you. You have to know that they're coming towards you and already be moving out of the way before they even get halfway across, or you just lose that exchange every time. Fuck off with this. Yeah, see, that time he bounced upward correctly. I don't understand. I feel like the game's doing that thing again where it's lying to me about something. Because, like, sometimes you can get them in that loop where they just keep hopping until they die. And then other times, they move forward. I don't understand the rules to this game that I'm playing with them. Aside from the rule that says, haha, die. I understand that one at this point very well. On the bright side, we got through here pretty free and clear. Alright, Snort. Have a good rest. I, for some reason, thought there was an arrow that could actually attack in there. But I think I just remembered the wrong arrow. But on the bright side, we do have some options we can use. And I don't know if upgrading the lamp even does anything. Presumably it does. I just don't know. So unfortunately, there's just no real way to verify that. Wait. Wasn't there a platform that I used to go up from there? Ah. It keeps lining up with perfect timing that he's at the edge when I get up there. And then I just get angry, jump at him and attack him in hopes that it'll somehow work this time. And then we repeat the process over again. It's really just kind of embarrassing after a while. Okay, no, that is the problematic one. Why does this work the way it does? Because your jump attacks are just so bad. So since I attacked while jumping, which is not necessarily what I intended to do, my attack went over him, came back, counted as hitting him. But that became a problem because he then was able to attack back much more effectively than I could attack him ever. In case people are confused about what happened in that exchange. And we are now down to our last life again, which is going to lead to us not making it up here again, probably. So I'm gonna have to go through that first bit again. I shouldn't have tried to do that. I should have just been fucking patient. But I'm now reaching the point where I'm starting to lose my mind with this part of the stage a little bit. So there's going to be bad decisions. That wasn't even the bad decision I was afraid of. Don't look at me like that, Gadget. You didn't make anything better out of that situation either. Okay, yeah, I thought he had one hit left. He had two. Great. He might even have fully reset with how far away we fell. Welcome back to the maze again. It's almost like we never left here. Because for all intents and purposes, we really haven't. Eventually we will succeed. It just may be a long eventually. Especially if I keep getting hit by even these earlier idiots here. It's just not working out well for me right now. But I'm glad my gut feeling about this game being nasty in places was completely correct. Is the expectation that things were gonna go wrong is why the title is the way it is. Because I fully anticipated that this was going to go from, oh, this seems neat, to, oh, everything is awful, I'm dying, and everything is miserable and pain. Just once with one of these old things, I would like to have my bias disproven. As we all know, I have a bias towards pessimism towards a lot of these. And really just things in general. And yet, somehow, I'm so frequently proven right. So it's kind of hard to not feel that way. I am rushing attacking those guys a little more than I have to, I'm realizing, because they have one more frame of animation before their actual attack happens than I think they do. And I'm only now really fully picking up on that. Why I thought there was something there is beyond me. We've checked so many times and proven that there's nothing there. And yet, I keep checking. Just somehow, one of the times I check, it'll suddenly be there. The thing I hope for most, just literally any hope. Why do I do these things to myself? I don't know. I really don't know. That worked. I heard him die. And yes, I could have done that the entire time, but I also knew I was gonna fall if I did that. And that's why I didn't try it before. Because I thought it was a better idea to just punch him, because it should have been less likely to make me fall all the way back down. Oh, and they also, you know, respawn. Because why wouldn't they respawn? It might have even been his thrown snake that blew up, not him. Yeah, but see, the bomb doesn't reach unless you jump. I think I might just genuinely have to bypass him with the hooks. I'm just biased against trying that because of what the game taught me to begin with. We also don't actually have a hook to use right now, because I didn't grab the one at the bottom. So that wouldn't have worked at the time anyway. It would work now, but I had already committed. How the fuck do you survive so many hits? Why did they make these guys so fucking durable? Like, it is infuriating that they take 4 hits. Oh, this isn't even a path anyway. The fuck's the point to this, then? Like, at best I could, like, propeller my way towards him, but all that does is kill me. See? Dead. I do not like this stage. But it's the second to last stage, so of course it's horrifying. Makes me really fear what the last stage is gonna be like. And for obvious reasons, I'd feel better if we were actually, you know, making progress. And technically we are, I guess. Up until we run into that guy that blocks that one specific passage. Everything kind of flows, for the most part. But that guy, that one fucking guy, is just a monster. He's the undefeatable guardian. I'm assuming they changed the color of the the henchmen from red to yellow so that they're easier to see in that dark area, like they pop more, probably. That would make sense. So it's a surprising case of them actually caring about things going well for the player, as far as this stage has been going. I don't know why I bothered to grab that. We've already proven that it's useless. At least in that spot, but maybe it'll be useful further along. Because, like, there's obviously a bunch of grab points you can use to stop yourself part way to not have to stay on these spinners as long. The fact that you can move so freely and I can't infuriates me to no end. Why did he move that far when all I did was tap the button? Like, this is the movement he should have done, but he somehow ended up getting pulled off that platform by that movement. And I feel like there was more platform left than that. Maybe I just fucked up somewhere because I'm losing my mind. It's hard to say. God damn you! Somehow it just knows and it turns around every single time I make that jump. And that, of course, hit. I need a second, because otherwise we're just gonna keep making the same stupid mistake over and over again. I just don't know what to do with this at this point. I'm not gonna give up. Giving up is pointless as far as this goes, because we are so far along. But I just need to take a second where I'm not just constantly just doing the same thing over and over again and losing my mind. Okay. Now, the downside to taking a second like that is I might have lost the flow. But we didn't really have much of a flow going anyway, so I really don't think it's that big a loss. There we go. That's what you actually need to do, I guess, is just time the bomb well, so you don't have to deal with him directly. So why that killed him that time when hitting him with a bomb before didn't kill him, I don't know why I'm trying to make sense of it. It's not going to make sense. God damn it. I knew that was there, but for some reason brain just didn't fully process that as a concept. Thankfully we can get that hit back just fine right here. We can also get a ranged attack, which will be helpful. Get an extra life, which obviously will be helpful. There we go. Now don't fall down this hole. Okay, that's just for more hat ammo. I'm not worried enough about that right now. Who to care about that idea? Okay, that plan worked. There we go. See, all I needed to do was just cool my goddamn head for a second. Oh, you son of a bitch. Because that's what the stage is designed to do, is aggravate you into making stupid mistakes. And I knew that going into this stage, more or less, after the first attempt of it. Because it's very obvious what they want to do. God damn it. Really? Just for hat ammo here, huh? Just zero trust. And that's not even where the boss is. Oh, this is the area that was shown in the demo. I hope you like the idea of giant spike wall, because that's where we live now. If, in case you thought that this wasn't bad enough, this is the room that the demo could not show any success in. Because it just ran up against those blocks there. Didn't break them, just smashed its face into it until the spikes came down and killed it. So if you ever think I'm doing a bad job, just remember the demo does worse than I do, which is impressive. Okay, so that's just for one one-up. Okay. Well, one-up is still useful, especially in a situation like this. I need to be down in this low point again. So far, this isn't as bad. I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna take a turn for the worse at some point. Or maybe not. I don't know what these brains do. I wish I knew what brains do. Yeah, he didn't get added to my toolkit, so it's not a usable thing, necessarily. Cycle back to the hand. Oh. We at least got another extra life in there, so actually, we're not doing too bad. The spike wall's coming back, that's why I didn't leave the bottom. I had a bad feeling, and I was correct. Hopefully that guy's not close enough to attack me. Okay, good. Hope you like the sound of wow. Ooh, I was worried that there was gonna be spikes where I was landing. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. Come on. I'm pretty sure that's the exit right there. Wait. Yes! With 6 seconds left, we made it to the boss. And we get a time reset by making it to the boss. Yes! I don't have a red propeller. Okay. Ah, that's when they come down. Okay. Damn it! Okay, with 2 hits, this shouldn't be that bad a boss, though. And I want to be on arrows, so I don't need to be close to this thing necessarily in order to do damage. And we proved, or at least theoretically proved, that the arrows do more damage as well. Okay, he fired 4. So this one apparently doesn't have a hurt box on it. So it doesn't do contact damage, which is surprisingly kind, considering. Ah! I couldn't find any position to go to. But I see the problem here. You can't actually multi-hit this boss, really, at all. God damn it! Guess who got confused because he hit the thing coming down instead of hitting the boss. So I reacted as if that thing coming down was still there when it wasn't. That's dirty pool, but at least now we know we can hit those, so I just kind of stand here and do this and we're actually safe and I don't need to worry about it. so this is actually going to be another really simple fight that I made more complicated because I didn't realize something. Because I'm so used to boss projectiles and such not being destructible. Yeah, that fight was that easy. We were one hit away like twice, right off the top. Oh, I hate it here. Why are these bosses so easy when these stages are disgusting? I don't understand. Time to go beat up Dr. Claw. Again. Being held in Dr. Claw's hideout. Shocking. Uh-huh. Business as usual. Okay, there you go, that's yours. I knew eventually it was gonna appear out of the trash can. We'll see how long this stage takes. Now, is death down here, or is it progress? Oh, it's both. Hey, an extra life. Huh. That worked out surprisingly well. The guys from the beginning of the game are back with their hammers. Looks like it's a mix of everything, probably. Oh, why? Why is this a thing? Why is there just a spike pit there from which there is no escape? Like, from a villain logic perspective, it makes perfect sense, but, like, from a gameplay perspective, what are you supposed to do with that? Like, you're just stuck in that pit there. At least this is a life loop location. And we can get up to this, like so. And get another life. Oh, this final stage and final boss are gonna be heinous garbage with the amount of extra lives they're giving, isn't it? This is just gonna be like the worst thing ever. And I'm gonna regret complaining that the other bosses were easy. I'm just saying that because the writing is on the wall for that one right now. I mean, this stage is already proving to be like guesswork, basically, considering we already fell in one basically instant death pit. Like, it wasn't actually instant death, but it practically was. Well, now we're through the first section. Okay, spring over that. This isn't so bad so far. I'm approaching with trepidation because I'm concerned about the level of bullshit that's going to occur here soon. And there it is. Getting hit by the side of the spikes again. So far it's seeming like I don't even need the lamp, but the lamp makes me feel better. Problem with the lamp is it makes the frame rate go a little bit wonky, which definitely is going to mess with the physics slightly. Was there a platform down here? There was. Yeah, once my eyes adjust to the lamp not being there, this is the better idea. Unless there's hidden blocks around, which there might be, but you know what? I'm just not that interested currently. You're joking, right? There's gotta be a trap to that, right? Because those are just like free lives. Huh? I hate what this game has done to me in that I'm expecting free and clear extra lives to be a trap. There's health there. Another extra life. What is happening in this stage? Why is this... Is that another extra life? That sure is another extra life. We have more lives than we had since the beginning of the game right now. What the... What the... Get back... What? I wish I was less filled with suspicion and fear by this. But the game has taught me not to trust it. Like, every action this game has taken has been to fill me with mistrust. For some reason, I thought I could occupy the space next to him and not be punished for it, so I could get rid of him so he didn't hit me. It's a good thing we have all these lives, because I suspect we're gonna lose a bunch of them getting across these flying bits here. Also, why didn't I just use that? At least to injure him first. God damn it! Somehow, he just keeps moving towards me at exactly the right point. Like, I just want to get rid of him so he doesn't cause me a problem, but trying to get rid of him is clearly causing enough of its own problem. Nope, and I'm out of half power now. Great. Yeah, because his hammer's indestructible. But I don't know why I even was fighting him. I think I just had one of those moments where I lashed out for no good reason, and all I was doing was causing me problems. Oh, fuck you. Come on. Oh, thank God, there's health in here. See, this is the kind of thing I was expecting throughout this entire stage, which is why I was so surprised when the rest of it genuinely wasn't that bad. And that guy dropped an extra life? What? What? I feel like I'm just being given a bunch of gifts by someone I really don't like. So I'm just looking at all the gifts like they're full of poison. Like somebody that I know doesn't like me and I don't like them. And it just is very suspicious when you're handed a bunch of gifts by somebody like that. I responded incorrectly to that attack. I forgot that they keep bouncing. The range on those robots is ridiculous, though. Still, we're in the last stage. It's almost over. And presumably this is the last section of this stage, because we already went through 2 sections before this, and every stage seems to be 3 parts and then a boss. So the final battle with Dr. Claw is coming up. Soon, TM. So I swear this game is designed to test people like me's patience since so much of it's moving platforms now. Like, we know exactly what'll kill them. If they have to wait, they will die. First they will die inside, then they will die outside. This guy will drop an extra life again. Sure did. So we can actually maintain a life loop here. Why is there such a good life loop in the final stage? Where were these life loops in any other stage of this game? Like 1 or 2 earlier stages, we sort of had a life loop going until a certain part where we no longer had lives available anymore. But this one has had life loop opportunities basically throughout the entire stage. wondering, well, why are you so upset and confused by that? It's the simple fact that usually this is the opposite way around. Usually all of the well thought out and well designed stages are the stages leading up to the final one, and then the final one is garbage. But we've been dealing with aggravation and garbage up to this point, and now we actually have a reasonably well thought out stage. As far as the power-up availability goes. And I'm just so confused by that reversal. That's not to say the death in here isn't plentiful, because it is. But it's actually balanced out by resources instead of, oh, there's just death. Wall-to-wall death as far as the eye can see. As I suspected, there is a power-up here. Of course, I hit the middle one. God damn it. Well, it's still good enough. We can actually get in there, and hopefully this one will be useful. Well, it's actually pretty useful, yeah, because it's a lot of ammo and health, which the health we didn't need at the moment, but we did need the ammo. Dispose of him along the way, because otherwise he's going to cause me no end of issues. Okay, level 1 question mark is still just anvil. Okay. We need to go up and then around. Which is probably going to respawn the guy I shot, but it is what it is. Huh? Boss time? With 8 lives? Boss time. Oh hey, we actually got a glimpse at a face there. Oh wow, they actually gave us a health thing right as we arrived here. There's just health flying by. Interesting. Which it makes sense because health isn't really a threat in this situation. What was that other thing that just went flying by? Oh, god damn it. Of course, the health isn't on the side where we're being attacked. Interesting, though. So I guess we gotta knock all the henchmen off the ship, then. And the wind is the real threat here, at least at the beginning of this idea. Especially when you're fighting the wind, so you are pushing to the side, and then you end up not doing what you're supposed to do. How are you supposed to hit these guys without getting hit? Yeah, because the bombs don't seem to time well for that idea. Unless you sit there and really just chuck a bunch of them at him. Okay, yeah, they are timed. They're not proximity. Okay. So now we wait for the platform to come around again, and then we hope that some health flies to us. Oh, the jets are a problem. Okay, you know what? I think I see why they give you so many lives here now. Because this is just mostly an instant death boss. God damn it. Invariably, we were gonna have a fall off the map death somewhere in this fight. I'd be very shocked if we hadn't. But I'm not sure what to do after we kill all the henchmen. Because we got all the henchmen we could see. God damn it. And now I'm out of power here, so... Do I, like, break the engines or something? Maybe. God damn it. It's hard to time things when you're constantly being pushed. But if we stay here, I think we might get more ammo. But I have to assume, since the engines are damaging me, that they are something I need to destroy. Because they're also a different color than the rest of the ship. So they stand out. Yep, I was screwed no matter what I did there, as soon as I fell in between the engines. This is gonna suck just because we don't have much hat ammo, I think. Because I misunderstood things at first, so I wasted a lot of ammo. So now we have to actually, like, punch the engines, I guess. Which is gonna be hella dangerous. Especially when Gadget won't follow directions properly. Because he just would not turn around. Because, fun fact, you can't turn around while crouched. You have to stand up to make him turn around. But I need to constantly fiddle with the damn movement here. Thankfully, the game at least is kind enough to give us health. Got this fuckery still to deal with, though. Yep, that's why I wanted to time the bomb, but... Ugh. What if we just walk all the way to this end? Will I just get enough energy to throw another bomb? Because we got time. I don't know if time is going to really be that big an issue in this fight. But the problem is timing getting past those engines seems like it's going to be kind of rough. Okay, I was right. You destroyed the engines. Thankfully, they took way less hits than I thought, so actually, we're fine. Why am I not sliding anymore? I mean, I don't mind. Oh, it's because I broke the engines, I guess. So now I guess we go inside, and we try to rescue Penny, presumably. How do I go inside, though? How do I in? Oh, there's a hatch right there. Okay. What? Oh! Interesting. We're locked in now. Okay. And now we gotta fight Claw in this weird mech that stole my hat power, apparently. Interesting. No, that wasn't it, right? That apparently was it. Huh. Hey, guess what? It's not over. That's one way to make it to her to catch her. Oh, never mind, I guess that is the end. It took an extra hour compared to the how long to beat time, but hey, first game beaten of the year. One more note, huh? Here's your next mission. Oh, now the chief's been abducted. So is that an extra stage, or is that like a setting up for a sequel that may or may not have happened? But if the chief's not here, where do I throw the explosive note? P.S. Help! Yeah, that checks out. Nope, that is still credits, okay. So that is a sequel hook of sorts, I guess. Or just a haha at the end. Overall, the game's not bad. It's got a couple very questionable decisions and the jumping could be better, but that's not a bad game. There are definitely way worse games out there. Now the important question is, do I have it in me to play the Game Boy Advance game as well today? And the answer, I think, is yes. Whether we're gonna finish that one, is much more debatable. But I think it's at the very least worth playing it. Because we can at the very least give it more time than I gave it when we had it come up in the shuffler. If this had taken much more time, I probably would have said, oh, we'll just end now, having finished this one. But this managed to... In some ways, I feel like this is one final middle finger from the game here, actually. In that it ended perfectly within the frame of, like, just long enough to have felt like it took too long, but also just short enough that it's not a perfect cutting point on its own. Like, it's kind of fucked up. Also, part of the credits may have frozen for a second there because I clicked away to do something. And for some reason, every time I click away from this, even though it still moves on my side, it stops on the capture, I've noticed. But oh boo-hoo, you missed some of the credits for all the people responsible for this nightmare. I have a hard time feeling that guilty about that right now. Presented by Hudson Soft, that doesn't exist anymore. And apparently that's the end of that, because it won't let me do anything. So let me go ahead and minimize that. I'm going to go ahead and start the game clearing list for this year. Because I figure nobody's going to miss anything during the ads. So I can freely do that. And then I can also get the other game pulled up in the meanwhile. I'll just let the music from that one play. Well, no. Because I'm going to turn sound off because the Game Boy Advance one's going to be much louder, so I'm going to need to audio adjust fast. So you will be in silence, those that are not in ad land right now. You'll just have to live with that for a second. That sure is intro sound there, or video game. I forgot just exactly how this sounded. Oh boy. Just pull that volume back another touch. Switch to the GBA capture.